Meghan wins privacy battle over letter to estranged father in court appeal. The court has dismissed the Mail on Sunday's appeal. The publisher of the Mail on Sunday has lost a Court of Appeal challenge against a ruling in favour of the Duchess of Sussex over publication of a personal letter to her estranged father, Thomas Markle. Judges gave their ruling on Thursday on the publisher of the Mail on Sunday's appeal to overturn Meghan's victory in their privacy battle over a letter to her estranged father. The Duchess sued Associated Newspapers Limited, also the publisher of Mail Online, over 5 articles that reproduced parts of a personal and private letter to Thomas Markle, in August 2018. In a powerful statement, Meghan said, "This is a victory not just for me, but for anyone who has ever felt scared to stand up for what's right. While this win is precedent-setting, what matters most is that we are now collectively brave enough to reshape a tabloid industry that conditions people to be cruel, and profits from the lies and pain that they create. From day one, I have treated this lawsuit as an important measure of right versus wrong. The defendant has treated it as a game with no rules. The longer they dragged it out, the more they could twist facts and manipulate the public, making a straightforward case extraordinarily convoluted. In order to generate more headlines and sell more newspapers, a model that rewards chaos above truth. In the nearly 3 years since this began, I have been patient in the face of deception, intimidation, and calculated attacks. Today, the courts ruled in my favor again, cementing that the Mail on Sunday, owned by Lord Jonathan Rothermere, has broken the law. The courts have held the defendant to account, and my hope is that we all begin to do the same. Because as far removed as it may seem from your personal life, it's not. Tomorrow it could be you. These harmful practices don't happen once in a blue moon. They are a daily fail that divide us, and we all deserve better." In a ruling on Thursday, Sir Geoffrey Voss, Dame Victoria Sharp, and Lord Justice Bean dismissed the appeal by Associated Newspapers Limited. Reading a summary of their decision, Sir Geoffrey said, "It was hard to see what evidence could have been adduced at a trial that would have altered the situation. The judge had been in as good a position as any trial judge to look at the article in People magazine, the letter and the Mail on Sunday articles to decide if publication of the contents of the letter was appropriate to rebut the allegations against Mr. Markle. The judge had correctly decided that, whilst it might have been proportionate to publish a very small part of the letter for that purpose, it was not necessary to publish half the contents of the letter as ANL had done." A spokesman for Associated Newspapers Limited said in a statement that the publisher is considering an appeal to the Supreme Court. It read, "We are very disappointed by the decision of the Court of Appeal. It is our strong view that judgment should be given only on the basis of evidence tested at trial, and not on a summary basis in a heavily contested case, before even disclosure of documents. No evidence has been tested in cross-examination, as it should be, especially when Mr. North's evidence raises issues as to the Duchess' credibility." After magazine published an attack on Mr. Markle, based on false briefings from the Duchess' friend wrongly describing the letter as a loving letter, it was important to show that the letter was no such thing. Both the letter and magazine also seriously misrepresented the reasons for Mr. Markel's non-attendance at the royal wedding. The articles corrected these matters and raised other issues of public interest, including the reasons for the breakdown in the relationship between the Duchess and her father. "We are considering an appeal to the Supreme Court in the United Kingdom. The judge ruled in February that the publication of Meghan's letter to her father was manifestly excessive, and hence unlawful, and in May, the Duchess was granted a summary judgment in relation to the remaining parts of a copyright claim, after lawyers acting on behalf of the Queen said it does not belong to the Crown. ANL later brought an appeal against a High Court judge's decision to grant Meghan summary judgment, meaning she won her case without a trial. At the 3-day hearing earlier this month, ANL argued the case should go to a trial, after Jason North, former Communications Secretary to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, claimed in a witness statement that Meghan wrote the letter with the understanding that it could be leaked. He said that she had sent him an early draft of the letter and that Meghan had written, "Obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could be leaked, so I have been meticulous in my word choice. But please do let me know if anything stands out for you as a liability." Meghan's barristers argued that the letter was deeply personal and self-evidently was intended to be kept private. In her written evidence, the Duchess denied she thought it likely that her father would leak the letter, but merely recognized that this was a possibility. The Duchess continued, "They fundamentally don't understand, so at least by writing H will be able to say to his family. She wrote him a letter and he is still doing it. By taking this form of action I protect my husband from this constant berating. And while unlike me, perhaps it will give my father a moment to pause." Meghan added in the text, "Obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could be leaked, so I have been meticulous in my word choice." Thank you for watching. If you like our video, would you please help us like, share and subscribe our channel. Wish you happy to see our videos. Thank you very much.